Hi guys, and welcome to the Ride Right Waxing and UK One Wheel channel. So today, what are we going to be doing? A couple of things. We're going to be reviewing this new little product from a startup company called the Gravgrip. And I'm going to be taking my Mini that you saw in one of the previous videos. If you haven't, I'm going to put a link for that in the description just below. I'm going to take that to work. I have discovered I've got a couple of little dents on it. I'm going to get those organised and sorted out within the week. I'm going to get some of those time-lapsed as well for another video. That's obviously forthcoming, so do please stay tuned for that. But we're going to test out, like I say, this Gravgrip, see what it's all about. That's the box it comes in. It's about $40. It was an American company to come up with it. And basically it's a gyro that you can fit a GoPro, a camera or an iPhone or a Android phone to. You've got counterweight balances to offset, obviously to keep it stable, and you can adjust the height of it as well. And basically it's a gimbal, there's no batteries, so it's not like the Osmo, which I have used before. Very good, but also very expensive. When I was snowboarding, skiing, I did use this quite a lot, but obviously if you were to fall, it's quite expensive. But having said that, like I say, this wasn't cheap, but like I say, I'm all about starting up companies. And if, like again, I'm trying to start up my little Ride Right waxing pads, should we say, or Ride Right pads, which is a snowboard binding. So if anybody is out there and they are keen to gain some interest into what I'm doing with that, then obviously don't hesitate, hit me up. But anyway, I'm going on. Let's jump into that lovely classic Mini of mine, get that engine revving, and let's get to work. So stay tuned. But yeah, what a great little drive. I love getting this car out and about on the road, but I am thinking of doing some different bits with the engine. So let's just quickly have a quick look under here. Just pull off the bonnet straps a second. Now, obviously we've got this 1330 11 stud semi-heel climb engine, all ported and polished, etc. Light and balanced, racing clutch we've got in there, good breathing system, brand new, we did have a brand new 1.75" carburetor, 4-core fan, electronic obviously ignition, and that race starter motor, which doesn't have to make a difference starting it because it is a very high compression engine. But I have been toying for years on what to do. I'm just going to put the bonnet stand up a second. There we go. So, what do I do? A good friend of mine, Paul Tupman from Tupman Minis in Newton Abbot, has had an 8-port, and I really want to 8-port this. Now, a lot of it is down to budget and money. Obviously, this is not an unleaded head. This is a petrol head, so it does pink a little bit. It is a bit temperamental on fuel, and I want to make it a little bit more reliable. So I had thought about putting fuel injection on it, going 8-port. I have recently been looking on a couple of YouTube channels, EV Modular, etc. There's a couple of people obviously that do conversions for classic cars from electric. Now, I would love to put an I-Pace electric setup in this, 4-wheel drive, full batteries in the floor pan. That would be awesome, but unfortunately I don't have a budget. But I really am toying with something different in the engine bay. I do like the old A series classic engine though. I do like the noise. I like the traditionalist part of it. A lot of people put Vauxhall engines in and all sorts and stuff, and I admire them for that. My talents aren't that good, unfortunately, but I'm going to give this a go at some point in the future. I'm going to see what I can do with this wonderful engine bay. But that's not the reason for bringing it to work. The reason for bringing it to work today is off the video the other day. What I actually did do is had a good look around this car, and I've got a couple of dinks and dents. When it's been under the cover, things have knocked it. I think there's one on one of the front wings we've got here, just on the top. There is a slight knock somewhere. Rear quarter panel on the, if we go around this side, rear quarter panel, we've got a little dent there, so we're going to get that one taken out. But more importantly, there's a couple on the roof just there. I don't know if you can see, there's one just here. And I actually did drop a tin of paint on this many years ago, and I thought I got away with it, but unfortunately, dare I say it, I didn't. So yeah, so that's the reason for bringing it in. I'm going to put it into a storage container, make sure it's all safe and tucked up, and obviously the guy called Sean, for Sean the dentist, he's going to come in and get this sorted. But the other little thing I did do on this beautiful sunny day, I brought my Onewheel. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to Onewheel home. So driven in this morning, I'm going to Onewheel home. So yeah, we're going to get this tucked away. I'm going to carry on my working day. Haven't quite started yet. It's very early in the morning. Got out and woke all the neighbours up with a nice big exhaust, etc. And yeah, I'm going to do my day's work, and hopefully we'll get on and sell some cars, etc. But then I'm going to hit the Onewheel from Exeter all the way back to Dawlish, along the river, which should be great fun. So stay tuned, and from this lovely little Mini, we will see you in a few seconds on the Onewheel. Okay guys, so from the Mini to work, drop that off. Now a nice little cruise all the way home on the Onewheel. Just completely binned it in the showroom on the nice glossy tiles. I will try and get that clip and upload it for you, because that is going to be a howler. So I'll try and get that clip and I'll put that in. Yeah, it's a nice slick tyre on a nice polished showroom floor. Yeah, not good. It's quite funny. So here's that clip. So there we are, dignity completely ruined in front of my fellow colleagues, who found it absolutely hilarious, and the joys of having CCTV, so I can have this played back at any moment, at any time, in any meeting for the next 3 to 4 years. So thanks lads. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back to Dawlish from my workplace, And what I'm going to be doing is filming on my iPhone 11. I'm using this Gravgrip. Now, I mentioned that in one of my previous films. I'm going to put a picture of it right in the corner of the screen up here now. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it's taken me absolutely ages to try and set this up, to try and get the fluidity in the actual gimbal aspect, because it's obviously a battery-free gimbal, and it has taken somewhat setting up. So I'm intrigued to see how this video goes, so bear with me. It's obviously the end of my GoPro pole, which I'm going to have fully extended in a second whilst videoing the board. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are of the stabilization. Obviously a lot of it anti-vibration obviously is already in the iPhone 11, but it's the fluidity from left to right, which obviously the Gravgrip obviously gives. A bit of a mouthful there. Right, there's the swing bridge there, going over the floodplains and avoiding all the traffic. So should be a lovely day, lovely sunny day, or should I say evening, to rip on home. So stay tuned. So guys, yeah, Gravgrip. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not going to knock it, to be brutally honest. It's a good little startup company, so fair play to them having a go. Obviously no batteries, gyro fed. I think the electric kind of gyro does give you a little bit more consistency. The only thing I'm finding is every time I want to adjust the camera or turn the camera off, it's knocking all the counterbalance weight. So you move the phone and the bracket, and then the bracket becomes a little bit loose. So there's lots of refastening and refixing to try and get the setup back to where you had it. But yeah, let me know in your comments below how you're finding the fluidity of the movement. I am moving the pole quite a lot. So, but anyway, let's get back to doing some riding. We're coming up to Turf Locks. What the hell is this big black thing in the corner of the screen? That's part of my Gravgrip. This is the Gravgrip, and this is the bit you're seeing. So this is the gyro part. So as you turn your pole, this is how it works. And obviously this is the counterbalance part that I've been talking about. Every time you move, you can adjust it obviously up and down by pushing it up, pushing it down. You can screw the weights up. Yeah, it's a good system. It's a little bit cumbersome, but like I say, a non-battery fed system. Yeah, it does the job. It's a little bit loose there on the bracket. I don't think I can tighten that up, but I can have a play around with it. Let's pull the cap off. Oh, there is a little Phillips screw in there, so maybe tightening that up would give the less of the vibration, which obviously you heard in my Mini. But yeah, so that little black thing that you just saw is this bit. Note to self, make sure the camera is facing the other direction. So anyway, stay tuned, nearly done, and thank you very much indeed for watching so far. Okay, so coming into powder room. Let's crack on down into Starcross. Starcross Fishing and Cruising Club. This is a yacht club, I think it is actually, not the Fishing and Cruising Club, the yacht club. And that's Powder Room Castle, not the castle, it's the castle, if I can pronounce my words. It's been a long day. Sun is setting, but I just want to say a big thank you to all my recent subscribers to my channel. I do really appreciate it. A massive thank you. So obviously just want to try and bring some more content to you. I'm going to try and do a bit with my Mini as well. So and obviously once we're out of a lockdown officially, I'm going to be back up with my buddy Tom riding the trails of Holden Forest. Obviously I'm trying to find some more content, so if there's anything you want me to bring to you, then obviously do let me know. Anybody that helps me out putting either an electric or an 8-port engine in my Mini, then obviously do let me know. But yeah, hopefully crikey, I cannot speak today. Hopefully you are enjoying it. I cannot tell you what a nice break in the weather this is. We had nothing but horrendous rain for weeks and weeks. Anyway, back to this gyro on this pole. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm going to try a 360 with the pole and see how good this stabilisation is. So takes a little bit of time to react. That's the only downside with it. But let's give it a go. Very fortunate to live in such a beautiful place without hitting the trees. So guys, I am thinking about getting an Insta360x2 camera, purely and simply because I think with a 360 option on the camera itself, I think it'd be a great little feature to have, and also you don't have to worry about so much where the actual camera is pointing, a bit like now. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on the Insta360, then obviously drop a comment below. If you know any good discount codes so I can get a discount off one, because they are mega expensive, then obviously do hit me up and let me know. So coming up to a place called Cockwood now, covered about 8-9 miles, and yeah, feeling good. Calf muscles are burning a little bit, but I haven't stopped, so yeah, let's keep riding. Okay guys, that is another epic ride from Exeter all the way to Dawlish Warren, and I want to say a massive thank you for watching if you've got to this point. Don't forget though, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. It does make a big difference to my channel, and also it obviously makes a big difference to me, and thank you to all those who have subscribed. But obviously if you're watching this and you haven't hit that subscribe button, then why not? Just hit it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I like to bring all sorts of different content to you. I've got lots of stuff coming, so yeah. But until the next ride, or the next car, or the next review, I'll see you soon.